Everybody looks at the rankings, but almost nobody looks at the road. And once I lined up the current middle school skills top 10, one thing got obvious really fast. These teams did not build their season the same way. So I looked at three things: how many events each team actually played, what kinds of events they played, and how much they at least spent in public registration fees. And honestly, the results were way less simple than I expected. The first big thing is this: more events does not automatically mean a higher skills rank. That sounds obvious, but once you actually see the top 10 side by side, it hits different. Look at this. World number 1 played 6 events. World number 2 also played 6. And World number 4 only played 4. So yeah, you can absolutely build an elite season without just spamming tournaments. That usually means one thing: those teams were crazy efficient. But then there is the other path. Some of these teams built a way deeper season. 2577X Funky Monkeys played 11 events. 1590A Blue Army also played 11. 10012Y 10-ton Robotics played 12. 2429A Blockbot Radiant played 11. That is a ton of reps, a ton of match time, and a ton of chances to adjust, improve, and get battle tested. So already the top 10 is telling us something important. There isn't just one way to get here. Some teams got there with low volume and high efficiency. Some teams got there with a deep schedule and a lot more reps. Same top 10, very different season build. Then the signature event numbers make it even more interesting. Some teams went hard on signature events. 1590A Blue Army had 6, 91233A Irvine or Yuguan had 4, 2429A Blockbot Meridian had 4, but not everybody needed that many. Some teams barely touched signature events and still made the top 10, so signatures clearly help, but it's not the only answer. The cost side is wild too. Just looking at public registration fees, the gap is big. The lowest total I tracked was around $1,100. The highest was around $3,700, and the average was a little over $2,000. Same top 10, very different budget. Very different season strategy. And just to be clear, this is public registration cost only, which excludes flights, hotels, food, and travel. So the real total season cost is obviously higher than this. Region matters too. California shows up all over this list, but it's not the whole story. You still see teams from Alabama, Washington, Canada, and China in the top 10 too. So this isn't just one region owning everything, it's more like different strong pockets building strong seasons in different ways. And this is where it gets really interesting for Worlds. If you're building an alliance, what do you trust more? The team with the higher skills score, or the team with way more real match reps? Because this top 10 list kind of makes that question impossible to ignore. To me, the big takeaway is simple. Elite teams don't all get there the same way. Some get there with crazy efficiency, some get there with lots of comps, some lean hard into signature events, and some really don't need that many, and honestly, that makes Worlds even more fun to think about. So be honest. If you were picking a Worlds alliance, what would you trust more? Higher skills scores or more comp experience? Drop your team number below, and I'll see you guys in the lab.